Ahoy, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Dailey-Lumber podcast. I almost forgot how to do the little intro because it's been so long.
Hey, you did just fine though. That's okay.
How have you been? You've been stuck in that small box this whole time without me?
Yeah, it's been terrifying. Honestly, I haven't been able to get out.
It's been so dark.
Just right here. This is where I live forever.
Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
I've been traveling the world, learning a lot about myself. I'm a carpenter now.
Did you take that picture behind you?
Yeah. This is from my journey to a different planet.
Wow. Wow, different
I went
planet.
back in time.
Okay.
I invented hot air balloons. It's been a good time.
Wow, so you went to a different planet and back in time.
Yeah, it's been
invented
nuts.
hot air balloons there.
And
wow.
really, I've just played a lot of video games, and I've been a lazy piece of garbage. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get this back rolling. So how you doing?
Oh, just great. Playing as much video games as my adult life will allow. Just good old time.
Good stuff.
How about yourself?
Same here.
Besides traveling the world back in time and whatnot.
Yeah, that takes a backseat to just playing video games.
Right. Fair enough.
Cool. So I guess I'll start this off with some quick news that we've got going on here. I'm only going to cover stuff that's happening today-ish, not like the last month and a half that we haven't done this.
Yeah. What do you mean? There's plenty to talk about. We could be here for like 6 hours.
How would you know? You've been stuck in that box for this whole time.
Well, that's true. I have no idea what's going on in the outside world. What year is it?
In this world or the other one I created?
Either or. I don't even know what my name is anymore. I've been here for so long.
The new WarioWare has a demo coming out today. Today, as in Friday, the day we're recording this.
Right.
I think it's just like a small intro to the game. I don't think it has all the games in it, but you know what? I'm going to try it out.
That'd be a crazy demo if it did.
A Dragon Quest XI demo is like, you can play for 10 hours.
Yeah, you Yeah. Very good.
Star Wars is getting an anime made by like a Japanese anime studio.
Yeah, what was that called again? I remember seeing something about that.
I think it's called Star Wars Animated by a Japanese anime studio. I think.
Okay, cool. It really flows off the tongue. It works well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have I didn't look into it too much. I'm semi interested. I don't watch all the side Star Wars stuff, but this seems different enough to where maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, sure.
New Call of Duty was just listed on the Microsoft Store at 270 gigabytes, so that's fantastic. Really cornering the market by just preventing people from playing anything else.
I mean, we don't have to go off on a tangent on my issues with that, but I wish a little bit more effort was put into the optimization of things.
I bet you Activision should put a little more effort into optimization of a lot of things.
Yep. So, all other conversations.
And just today, it was announced that Halo Infinite will be coming out holiday 2021.
Right.
No release date yet, just still vague holiday 2021. Yep. And they announced that there will be no Forge mode or co-op campaign at launch. I think this will come in seasons 2 and 3, which they said seasons are going to last about 3 months. So, I mean, this game, I think they've already kind of said that this game is going to be like a continuing game. They're going to keep updating. So, you know what? Maybe you'll enjoy the campaign by yourself the first time. You'll enjoy the multiplayer, and it'll just feel like extra content being added down the line.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll work.
Well, I mean, I guess it'd be cool to go back and play with friends, but I feel like they need some other kind of draw, like on the campaign side of things, for me to want to go back and play it again with a friend, like if I've already experienced it. But you never know.
Never know. It could be your favorite game ever. Or you might not even finish the campaign. So who knows?
Yeah.
All right, Sir Lumber. So I figured we're Pokemon fans. So I figured
we are. I have a shrine behind me commemorating my Pokemon collection. So
my shrine is just over yonder here where you cannot see, but I just want you to know that Pikachu Funko Pop is watching me very intensely.
At all times.
At all times. It's my my overlord.
Yes. Don't you have a little Snorlax too? Where's that?
Yeah, the Snorlax is over there too. It's from Pokemon Quest. It's like the cube Snorlax.
I feel like that should be your desk buddy.
Okay.
You gotta have a desk buddy. Look, I've got a desk buddy. You got Patrick with the wood in his head.
Desk buddy Snorlax is here.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
I didn't say shoulder buddy.
Oh, I apologize. Well, he's going to stay on shoulder until he falls off.
Immediately.
So,
Hey, very good. Okay.
so there's
That's
a Pokemon
great.
Presents. What was it? Yesterday, 2 days ago? It was on Wednesday.
So Friday today, so it was on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah. Some cool stuff. It was focused around the Gen 4 remakes, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and
Yep.
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Arceus.
I've
yeah,
gone
which
my
I
whole
don't.
life, my whole life
I
saying
don't like that.
Arceus, so I'm
I think I'm going to continue to say Arceus. So.
There you go. Fly in the
No,
face
just do
of,
what I want.
of what
Yeah.
they say.
Well, just like I don't call the X button on the PlayStation controller the cross button. What? No.
That was inflammatory language. They just did that on purpose. They were just trying to
I
upset
know.
you.
Not going to do it. I
Before we get into
refuse.
the meat potatoes of the thing, let's just talk about some of them vegetables of the Pokemon Presents.
Okay.
Starting with
That's fine.
Pokemon Unite, a game that I am still conflicted on if I actually like it or not.
Well, you've spent money on it, so.
I've spent $4. So
Okay.
four
A
big ones.
whopping
I spent
$4.
a Big Mac on it.
Yeah.
So
And
Pokemon Unite's getting.
please tell the audience what that $4 got you.
Oh, it got me
the
another
game.
Battle Pass and all these cool cosmetics. And my
right.
Pikachu has a
Okay.
sideways cap now and like a
Right.
cool jacket.
Right. Right.
But
Nice.
Pokemon Unite's getting Mamoswine and Sylveon. I don't.
I
know
like
if they-
Sylveon. Sylveon's really
Sylveon's cool. Mamoswine's pretty neat. Big old mammoth
Sure.
boy.
Yeah.
I don't know if they gave a date on this or if it's just like soon. They just added Blissey the day. It was weird. They announced Blissey on Tuesday and added it Wednesday, then announced 2 more on Wednesday. I don't know. They got plenty to pull from in that game. They can get all sorts of Pokemon. So I would like if they grab some weird ones. I'm all cool with that.
Yeah.
And even more important news, Pokemon Cafe Mix, a game I forgot existed, is now
Yep.
being rebranded as Pokemon Cafe Remix.
Very good.
Yeah, that game was not well received from what I understand from the beginning. So apparently they've made some changes. I did not play it the first time. I doubt I will play it this time.
Right. Same
but
here.
for those Pokemon Cafe Mix fans out there, I wish you the best of fortune.
Yeah.
The worst to come, and I'm happy for
The
you.
worst to come in your cafe endeavors.
Yes. And then I think the other one was let's see, Pokemon Go, a game I have not played in a while, but I've always been tempted to get back into playing, but I've never quite pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
I think it's getting Galar Pokemon now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like randomly created an account for Pokemon Go. At some point, maybe it was earlier this year. I think there was something I thought I could get from it, like a special Pokemon to get in Sword and Shield. Now I can't remember what it was, but that's my only experience with Pokemon.
I do remember in Let's Go they had that Melmetal.
Yeah.
And I never ended up doing that. But
Yeah.
it's always there. I have it downloaded on my phone. I'm signed in. So I mean,
Yeah.
maybe one day I'll play Pokemon Go, but
Yeah.
I don't typically go on walks with the intention of playing Pokemon Go.
No.
If I'm walking, I'm walking back to my desk to play other video games.
I'm walking, just walking in your apartment.
Yes.
To do it, not in the outside world.
Exactly.
And me, I've been trapped, so there's no way I'll be able to enjoy that game because I've just been right here in this box.
Yeah, and my other planet didn't have good reception, so.
Yeah, didn't have good reception. Yeah.
So let's get
That's
into
unfortunate.
what we really want to talk about here, and that is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. What were your thoughts?
Yep.
Big opening thoughts. What do you think?
Big opening thoughts. Well, I think I mentioned on this podcast before that is my favorite generation of Pokemon, so I'm really excited to get back.
You're incorrect, but continue.
I've never mentioned that before.
No, I'm just saying that it's not the. I don't care what you say.
I didn't say it was the best because I don't think that can be answered. I said it was my favorite. And that is a correct
I'm
statement.
correcting you again. That it's not your favorite. You're just misinterpreting your own brain. Generation 3 is everybody's favorite. But continue.
No, it's not. But fair enough. Whatever. Everyone has their own thoughts. So this is my favorite, and I'm very excited. I have the best memories with that game. Yeah, I mean, what I really like, I do the art style. I've come around to. I wasn't big on like the kind of chibi-ness of it, but I've come around to it, and I do like the visuals in battle and just how the Pokemon look and everything. It looks real clean and polished. So I do like that. And there's lots of new features or just kind of general upgrades that they're adding. That I'm excited about. So and we can get into the details on that, but. yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Who knows? Maybe game of the year, even though it's a remake of an old game.
Yeah. Sorry I gave you a hard time. Generation 4 is like my second favorite generation. Um, I really like
So who's
Generation
wrong
4.
this time?
Yeah.
That'd be you.
I really like Generation 4. I typically am not a fan of chibi art styles. I don't know. I think they've got to do it right for me to like it. For example of a game I
Yeah.
don't like, the art style would be like Bravely Default 2. That
Yeah.
game, that
Yeah.
art style totally took me out of it. But for some reason, this game and
This is a little bit different here. It's not exactly like the chibi, that you see
and
elsewhere.
when you
So
really look at what the games used to look like, it was almost chibi then, but it's because it had to be.
yeah,
So I'm a little more forgiving of this one. I think it looks pretty good.
yeah. I
I'm
mean, they look like toys, honestly. Like in the
exactly
overworld running around, they look like
like Link's
kind of
Awakening is
reminiscent
another
of Link's
example.
Awakening.
I like Link's Awakening,
Yeah,
what that looks like.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm all for this. The
yeah.
battles, the other good thing, if you really hate it, the battles look like what they have been looking like. The 3D models look,
Right,
current.
right. Yep,
So
yep.
I'm pretty excited about it. Some little improvements, like you mentioned. You can go in any direction now. It's not just up, down, left, and right.
Oh, nice.
So it looks smooth. Like you can wander everything
Yeah,
smoothly.
yeah,
Um, I'm really excited for this.
yeah.
Let's see. They added
Uh,
some new features. The underground was the
yeah.
big part that I guess I wanted to talk
Oh, yeah.
about. Um,
I mean, I've got several small things if you want me to just kind of
yeah, let's knock off the
like
small things
boom, boom,
first. We
boom.
talk about the bigger
Just-
stuff.
Yeah. So, because I think the underground is like a bit of a bigger topic.
Yeah.
But so Pokemon follow behind you now, which is kind of
Oh,
cool.
yeah, that's the
So
other thing I want to
similar
say.
to
Yeah, yeah.
yeah to I guess was it just Let's Go? I feel like it's been in something else. You
It
can
was in
correct me.
Generation 2 remakes.
Right,
Um,
right.
and
And Let's Go.
Let's Go for sure. And it was in
I feel like it's something
it was
else.
in the DLCs for Sword and Shield.
That's right. Yes.
It wasn't
Okay, I
originally in
remember
Sword
that
and
now.
Shield. It was added for the
Yeah.
DLCs, but it's only
Yeah.
when you're in the DLC areas.
Yeah. Right.
Because
Right. Okay. That's what I was
you will
remembering.
not get
Yeah.
happiness unless you give us more money.
Yeah. Right. Well, we're getting happiness here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a really cool addition. Just to have I guess your lead party, Pokemon following you.
For
So
sure.
that's one small thing. They mentioned like the Union Room, which I guess is where you connect with other trainers.
Yep.
It's not a new thing. I just imagine that's going to be a little bit like smoother. Hopefully, I say that, and the Switch isn't known for its
We'll see.
online capabilities,
Yeah.
but we'll see. It looks like if you remember from these games, the contest like shows
Yep.
that you did, those look a little more polished and like there looks to be some kind of rhythm based like mini game that
Yeah,
you
I'm all
play
for that.
while. Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. You can change your trainers' outfits, and I think something I saw post trailer, you're able to there's a selection of like skin tones to choose from, and I don't know if there's much else other than that. Maybe the hairstyles and outfit for sure.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that kind of like customization options coming in.
Real quick on the outfits before you go to the next thing.
Yeah.
In previous games when they had the outfit customization, it's been like by part, like head, body,
Right.
pants. Thing. This is just
Right.
like one outfit, your whole body changes.
I believe that's
Which I think
correct,
that's a little
yeah.
easier, more streamlined because they're adding it onto those little
Yeah.
chibi fellows.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and it was something I was totally not expecting. So
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah.
it's better than not being there
Yeah.
in the first place.
Yeah, and it's not something I care that much about, but it is cool
Yeah.
just to make it a little bit your own, Everyone likes that.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. And maybe the hairstyle changes with the outfit or something, who knows. But either way, cool customizations. One other thing, which this is not necessarily an upgrade or an addition, and I don't know if I count it as a subtraction either. It's just an interesting note that there will not be ranked battles in this game. Like those will continue to take place in Sword and Shield, and you can still battle your friends. But I don't know. I'm wondering if there's still a way to connect with like random people, like in battle them, but maybe not have it like ranked per se.
Yeah.
But there are no ranked battles, which I didn't participate much in anyways.
This is a weird one for me too because, like you, I probably did a little bit more ranked battles than you.
Yeah.
I do like battling random people in Pokemon, but I feel like when you go ranked, if you're not trying really hard, you're going to get people who are trying really hard, and it's not going to be fun.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I don't know how, if there is random battles, now you're just at the mercy of maybe you find someone who's goofing off, maybe you find someone who's really serious. Which,
Right.
in the past, if you had ranked, you can kind of separate it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was like that in Let's Go. Let's Go also had random battles. But Let's Go had
Right.
no
It
restrictions.
definitely did.
Let's Go, like, you just find people with, like, Mega Mewtwo's, which is just
Right.
fun.
I think. Well, I guess I don't have anything to go off of yet as far as what kind of restrictions there may be. Hopefully there are some, but you know, sometimes you want to jump in with like a legendary Pokemon, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so we'll see. There was one more thing. I just I lost it. Shoot, I don't remember.
I know
We may come
I'm
back to
pretty
it.
sure the GTS originated in Gen 4, so I'm hoping they have.
Oh
like,
yeah,
a
I remember
GTS,
using that a lot.
like, system
Yeah,
this
back in
game.
the day. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and I don't know because like
Yeah,
I guess
the
you
Wonder
can
Trades and
do
stuff.
that. Yeah, exactly. So I hope that's there because I know you can do stuff like that in like
Probably will
Pokemon
be.
Home now, but I don't know if they'll just like
That's what I was
also
gonna
have
talk
it
about.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Pokemon
Right,
Home
I was
functionality
gonna-
is coming in 2022, I believe.
yeah, and so that was kind of interesting. So I wonder how the Pokédex is going to look in this game. Are they? I mean, are they just including all Pokemon up through Gen 4? Is it going to be all like literally everything after a point? And how do they even integrate that? What post game look like? You know, I'm wondering what that functionality is going to be limited to. As far as like, are they going to limit the Pokédex to just like Gen 4 stuff, like what their original game?
I'm gonna assume my optimistic, which it's hard to be. Sometimes it's hard to be optimistic with Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep it Gen 4 to start, and then when they open up the Pokemon Home, you'll be able to get other stuff in there. What I'm worried about is since they have Pokemon following you, I don't know if they're gonna let every Pokemon ever follow you and make a model for all
Right.
of them.
Right.
I'm less optimistic they'll do that.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they're doing it in 2022 to make time for that. I don't know how serious of a priority that
Yeah.
is for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I like to finish the Pokedex in all my Pokemon games, so I'll probably try to finish the Sinnoh Dex.
Definitely gonna do it.
And then I'll
Have
see
to.
about transferring other stuff in there. What comes
Yeah.
over.
Oh, there he goes, Timber.
There you go. So yeah,
There
I'll
we
just, I'm still excited for even if it's just the Sinnoh Dex. That's how I played it originally. So I don't need to have
Yeah.
a Charizard in there.
That's the thing.
like
This game for me, like I said, it's one of my favorite games ever. Definitely my favorite generation of Pokemon. So I'm not playing it so I can have all of my other Pokemon that are now in
Yeah.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
I would just wait for Generation 9 for that. Like I don't. This game is just kind of a special thing for me because it's very nostalgic. So I'm just looking forward to playing it again. Remade and kind of going through that because it's like, yeah, it's just one of the best.
without getting too off topic, I think that's another good thing about this game. It's because it looks very faithful and like I don't want to say simple,
Yeah.
but it looks like Generation 4 with.
It looks like a very straightforward Pokemon game.
And they're
Yeah.
going to benefit. They're going to mutually benefit with their other game coming out in January, which we'll talk about with Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
They're being very what's the word? New,
Deliberate?
trying something new.
Yeah. We'll come back to that new
We'll come
word.
back to that.
word.
They have something. They have a safe pick they know people are going to like with like a remake of a game, and then they have a really out there like trying.
Yeah,
a
they're
new
taking a
thing.
risk.
So
Yeah.
they're balancing that well. Like if you don't like this one, well, this one's still there for you, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
probably like both of
Yeah.
them because I'm
I-
easy to
Yep.
please man, especially when it comes to Pokemon.
Yes. Same here.
But yeah, so I think they're playing it smart here. They're covering all their bases.
Yeah, for sure. We skipped Underground, so if you want to talk about that, I can let you take away
Yeah, so-
the Underground features of this game.
Yeah, so the original game Underground was weird because it was pretty. I don't want to say it's limited.
It was
If you were
pretty limited, yeah.
If you were by yourself, but like, so you can make like a base, but like that didn't
Yeah.
mean anything if you weren't connecting with other people because it was just like a base that did nothing.
Right. Right.
But you could like dig around for like gems and fossils, which was fun.
Yep.
Use like the touch
Yep.
screen. I'm
Yep.
sure I'm gonna be like just tapping the A button with my right.
Yeah,
using the right
for
stick.
sure.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna take it out and like poke it, but
No,
I hope that's
absolutely
in there,
not.
just in case.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure that touchscreen functionality will definitely be in there.
Yeah, I got to keep those
for
badges
sure.
clean, you know.
I know. Yeah,
Squeak.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm getting like a microfiber cloth.
Oh yeah, yeah, actually cleaning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But they showed a new thing in the underground with like these like underground, what do they call
Like
them?
different,
Chambers? Like I don't know.
yeah, like little chambers is good with like different climates and different Pokemon to encounter,
Yeah.
like that you can see, similar to Let's Go or I guess the wild area in Sword and Shield. I don't remember.
Right.
Could you see Pokemon in the overworld even when you weren't in the wild area in Sword and Shield? That's like such a
Yes.
hard thing for me to remember because
Yeah.
I played through that game once and then never went back to the other routes like
Yeah, the
again.
routes in
So
Sword and Shield I've been to literally like one time. Well, maybe I went
yeah,
back to
yeah,
like finish the Pokedex, but basically
yeah.
I spent all my time in the wild area.
Did you see Pokemon popping up in the
Yes.
routes too? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So Let's Go and Sword and Shield had that functionality as well, and so so that's going to be kind of a distinction between the overworld, the regular like surface level of these remakes, and then going underground in these special chambers. You get to actually see Pokemon pop up, and what they did mention is that some Pokemon found in these underground areas are like unique or like they have to be found there. That's like they can't be found anywhere else. So I thought that was pretty cool addition. Another thing that's unexpected for me, I didn't expect them to like expand on the underground the way that they're doing. So
Yeah, and I'm wondering because it would seem like a random thing they didn't need to do unless they want to be real. Like, so I'm hoping that because they're doing this, they're trying to make something special. And I hope what they're
yeah,
going to do is they're going to make almost like a pseudo wild area in these areas. Like
that's what
they
it
will
looks like to
be
me.
big open areas that you can wander around. And
Yeah,
they're underground, but you can see different like biomes basically.
yeah,
It's
yes.
just like an excuse, like, oh, you're in a cave, but there's
Yeah.
like trees and
Well, and
stuff. It's
yeah,
like,
it's like a whole new layer to the game that like nobody was probably expecting,
yeah,
because like I think and we can talk about this, but some of the questions I still have about this game are like extra content and like post game. So I'm wondering where they're going to go with that. I don't remember. Can you remind me? Do you remember what the post game was like in their originals? I can't
yeah.
seem to remember.
I will remind you, but you sprung something in my brain. It would be cool if these underground areas was the way they shoehorned in other Pokemon post game.
That's actually really true. Yeah.
Like because they said they can change depending on different factors in the
Yeah.
game. It'd be cool if
Yeah.
they put in other Pokemon that don't normally appear in Sinnoh in these underground segments.
Yeah. That would be
But
cool.
to
For
answer your
sure.
question, Gen 4 actually had a pretty cool, like the post game it wasn't like a story mode thing. It was like a Battle Frontier-ish thing. There was like 5
Right.
buildings,
Right. Yeah.
similar to the Pokemon Emerald Battle Frontier. And I
Yeah.
really hope they keep it in there. They don't have to
I don't
expand on
know why
it.
they would take it out.
I don't know. I
That'd be
don't.
surprising.
I'm not surprised that they do weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah, they
Um,
do.
if they keep it in there, great. If they expand on it, even better. But I'm pretty excited for that. I also would like to see, like the other remakes, especially Gen 3 comes to mind. There was a
Yeah.
whole new episode. I think Gen 3 was called like the Delta episode. So after you beat the
Oh,
game,
cool.
they had a whole post game brand new story added.
Nice.
And they haven't showed that yet. Obviously, but that doesn't mean they're not going to add something like that. There's still a few
Right.
months. I would like to
Right.
see something like that added for post game.
Yeah.
That would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Something
I
that brings
think
in Giratina and like the other, like the
that was my
platinum
other
stuff.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was my other question is, are these truly like story-wise faithful to Diamond and Pearl, or are they somewhat aligned with Platinum as well? So like because and I mean I would have to look into like specifically what the differences were other than like the legendary and stuff. But I would like to see them incorporate like Platinum as well. Like they're branding these as Diamond and Pearl, but I would like to see the content from Platinum as well. Since it does exist, there's no reason why you shouldn't include it.
So while this game is not actually made by Game Freak, I forget the
Right.
studio, but it's made by someone else.
Yeah.
The remakes that have been made by Game Freak do have a pretty good track record for post game. For example, Fire
Yeah.
Red and Leaf Green. Those games are pretty faithful up until the end of the game. But then you have the whole island structure, the 7 islands. It's a whole new thing added. for post game.
Right.
Gen 4, I don't remember if they add anything Gen 4 because that game's already kind of bloated as it is with the 16 badges and stuff.
You mean Gen 2?
Sorry, Gen 2. Apologize. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Gen 3, kind of like you said with you hope this game has some platinum elements. Gen 3 was like a mesh of Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald for the main story. Like it was a kind of a new story that just like followed.
That's cool. That's one I never played.
Yeah, really good remakes. They even had like a different town in that game. Like
nice.
They redid one of the towns like from the ground up, and they had like a new story elements and stuff. So I'm hoping they do something like that with this. I'd be fine if it was just like a faithful remake, but I'm hoping they spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Yeah, I think that I was gonna say I'm like probably more excited for these games than I was for Sword and Shield. Like, I think it's easy. Like, I'm much more excited, like, just because of the connection for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also I'm looking forward to it. But you know what else I'm looking forward to is another Pokemon game coming out 2 months after this one.
Yeah. I mean, I could spend 2 months or more playing Brilliant Diamonds.
Yeah, you just lead right into the next game, which is a Pokemon Legends Arceus, which there's a lot of hope for this one. This could be the best thing ever. This could be a very shallow disappointment.
I have no reason not to believe right now that it's not going to be pretty good. Like, it's really good.
This most recent trailer has given me pretty good confidence. I'm looking forward to this game a lot now.
I feel like it has the potential to be a really big game. To have that like just open kind of exploration, like just feeling that Breath of the Wild gave us. And I know that people are going to constantly make that comparison, and I'm not like. It's not going to be just Pokemon Breath of the Wild, but I think just the kind of the leap forward, or just the changes that they could possibly make, in the Pokemon structure, like could be on the level of Breath of the Wild, like it, for the Legend of Zelda series. So
exactly. I was worried the first trailer when they showed it. Obviously, it was cool. Then when I thought about it, everything looked kind of samey. But in this most recent trailer, they showed a bunch of different biomes, and they showed like looked like a day-night cycle.
Yeah. Ways of getting yourself around, like transportation mechanics.
Really cool.
Traversal. Yeah.
There's land, air, and like water traversal.
Yep.
That you're gonna help you move around a lot faster. So they're showing off some pretty sweet stuff here. Yeah.
Well, and so like I said, it is kind of like Pokemon Breath of the Wild, and then some more traditional turn-based elements, and then they showed like some of the battling, which I just want to throw this out there because you and I already talked before, but like the in the battles they show like a turn order. I guess potentially speed-based or whatever, which I mean similar to games like I wrote down like Octopath Traveler, one that always comes to mind for me because it's pretty recent. I think that's just awesome. I thought that was so cool to see that addition. Yeah, and you can see it off to your right. I don't have a graphic here, but like imagine like this part of your screen. You can see like an order of like this Pokemon, then this one attacks twice, and you can kind of strategically plan out what kind of attacks and when. It's not just the basic back and forth. Right.
Which I think will it'll definitely make you think a lot more. And it'll give you the opportunity to do a lot more cool stuff. I'm curious about how they'll balance it. Because if they imagine they just keep all the exact same moves from previous Pokemon games, if you had two moves in a row, you could really break it open, like Swords Dance and like something like So I'm assuming they won't make that mistake. I'm also hoping that this format is more of like a traditional JRPG sorry, not traditional, but not a Pokemon RPG.
Yeah, I know what you mean, for sure.
If they had this whole structure where you can see 6 moves in advance, it'd be really dumb if you're just going to OHKO something.
Right.
So I wonder if they're going to change the health and damage system a little bit.
I think they have to,
You take more damage and you deal... a critical hit's not going to... Or not critical hit, a super effective move's not going to just one-shot something. It'll do a lot of damage, but like...
Right.
It would feel a little silly to see like all those moves ahead and not get to take advantage of it.
Right. Agree. Yeah, so, I mean, especially if you're at a point where, you're battling similar level things. Once you get like overpowered or wherever, but I think they've got a balancing act to do, and otherwise, just like regular Pokemon games, those games are not known for being difficult.
Yeah.
So like you can just kind of blaze through the game. So I don't think that's what this one's gonna be like.
And it's some purists like they don't want stuff like I don't care if this connects with the battle system to regular Pokemon games. Like
I don't care. It can be completely different actually. Yeah, that's fine.
That's cool that it's gonna have Pokemon Home connectivity and you could like presumably transfer Pokemon in and out just to get that's cool. I'm fine with that. But it doesn't have to follow like this rigid structure just so it can work with other games.
Yeah, it can be totally independent from everything else Pokemon, and that would be fine.
I think it's what they need to do. They're already taking so many different leaps with this. They might as well just make it.
And what I'm seeing from this game, I'm not going to consider it to be like in the typical like line of Pokemon games where I go from one to the other and like transfer my hundreds of Pokemon over. I'm not going to do that with this game. Like I think I'm going to wait for Gen 9 to like. That'll be the next thing. Yeah. And maybe I'll put it in the Diamond and Pearl remakes. But like this game, I want it to kind of stand on its own, and it should. Like that, like you said, I think that's what they need at this point. So good to break the mold a little bit.
A couple quick things. I wrote down this could be the Dark Souls of Pokemon. That Ursaring really came at you, and you had a sweet dodge roll. You dodged out of the way.
Yeah, you did have to do that.
It's weird. Your character can take damage in this game, and your character can black out. I wonder if your character can throw some sweet, some haymakers or something.
Thunder punch.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool if your character could fight. But just shooting out fire blasts and stuff.
Oh yeah. No, the best they could do is freaking throw random items or
But yeah, that's a cool element to this game. It looks like another thing looks like they're taking I don't want to say taking from Breath of the Wild, but it looks like there's like a Blood Moon situation going on with like the red-eyed monster.
Is there?
Like there's like the red-eyed monster Pokemon
I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, that's right.
The lightning struck, and then all the Pokemon went evil.
They're all angry. Yeah.
They almost look like little boss Pokemon. Like you gotta I imagine like a mission structure. Like there's a evil Gyarados over there. Go fight it. It's like a boss basically.
Yeah.
One of my bigger concerns with this game is while I'm assuming the initial exploration of this game is gonna be a lot of fun, seeing this area. And running around exploring it's gonna be great. I don't contest that. I'm worried that like the story, because in most Pokemon games, you're going through the routes or the wild area or whatever, and there's trainers there to break it up where you have like trainers. If there's no like people to battle here and it's only Pokemon,
I think there still could be.
That's why I hope there is. And I'm not saying there can't be. If there's not any battles like traditional like 6v6 Pokemon battles, I'll be a little upset. I know they said there's like a rival team or something in this, so I'm sure you'll battle at some point.
Right.
I'd be fine if it's just like spaced out boss battles, like every couple hours you fight like some trainer that they have a traditional 6v6 battle. But I would feel like I'm missing out on something if I didn't have that.
Well, I wonder if that's gonna be part of it, like setting up that. Because obviously in the Pokemon universe, that's like a well-established thing that people do. They have these Pokemon and they battle. Like, I wonder if part of this is going to be like, if it doesn't exist already, like setting up that
building the lore here.
Exactly. So they could be setting up that format, that tradition of like battling
tradition
Pokemon.
Of animal abuse at the benefit of you.
Right, for our entertainment.
For our entertainment, exactly. Dogfighting, if you will.
Yes.
So yeah, that's like a small concern. And maybe even if like these like red-eyed Pokemon are like harder boss battles where it takes a couple Pokemon to take them out, that might scratch that itch.
Right.
But we'll see. Another thing, this goes with like every single adventure game. I hope the open world has some cool set pieces, some cool things to explore. If it's like, the wild area was fun to look around the first couple times, but I think the reason the wild area was fun was because I was hoping I was going to find some cool stuff. But at the end of the day, it was kind of just like big, vast open land.
With like some items scattered around, and then the dungeons or whatever.
And the DLCs definitely got better in Sword and Shield with that. And I'm kind of giving them a pass because it was like their first real shot at that. But I'm hoping that this game really has some cool things to find.
Right.
And like even it'd be cool, like imagine since your character has health, what if you could find like heart pieces?
For sure. I bet there's going to be some way to. There has to be some way to upgrade your health because you're going to encounter potentially stronger Pokemon as you go along, and like maybe it's based on your gear or who knows.
Yeah. At some point, I want to be carrying a Claymore to attack with.
Yes. Yes. I want the Hylian shield.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Just make it like Pokemon Skyrim.
Just make it Breath of the Wild with Pokemon.
Yeah. The quest structure. I'm hopeful that there's like these cool quests in the game, like go check out this area and find these, do this stuff. But I feel like it's going to turn into like kill 3 Floatzel in this area over here, and you like run over there. I think it might be
a little bit of that too.
You go kill the 3 Floatzel, then you like run back, and you bring these dead rats to them. But I can already see it happen. They showed off the Pokedex a little bit, and it shows you like this Pokemon that has like all these different categories, like how many times you've run into it, how many you've battled, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So I'm sure there will, like every Pokemon, there's going to be some grindy elements.
For sure. I expect it. Yeah.
I'm normally okay participating in said grindy elements.
Yeah. So I think you're more than okay with it. But
yeah. I hope
you in particular.
I hope there's a satisfying loop, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But even if they are like just basically fetch quests, I think it'd be fun just because the mounts look cool, flying around that like what's the area called?
Braviary?
It's a Braviary, but what's the land? It's like Hiswin or
the name of the region? It's Hisui?
Hisui. It's like so it is the Sinnoh region, but it's not called the Sinnoh region yet.
Yeah, it's like an old, like very, very like far in the past, like version of Sinnoh.
Yeah. So that could be cool. And this game is interesting. They're like kind of retconning some Pokemon lore here. You're creating the first Pokedex, but I'm pretty sure Professor Oak claimed that you were doing that in Pokemon Red, so he might have been stealing some ideas here. And,
first Pokedex for the region.
No, this man was claiming was claiming fame to something he did not come up with, and he was stealing from another region.
I'm going to argue that this version of Sinnoh and this professor existed before Pokemon Red.
Yeah, and then Professor Oak found out about it, and he stole.
You're saying Professor Oak is in the wrong then?
Yeah, Professor Oak is in the wrong. That's what I'm saying. He's stealing from times past and claiming his own creation.
Yeah. Sounds like
or it's a simple retcon of a 30-year-old lore that doesn't matter.
I've never seen a world map of Pokemon, so we still can't definitively say that everyone's connected. I would love to see a world map though.
Well, I think
cool.
they reference in other games like I'm from this region.
They do.
Yada yada.
That's true.
Now you brought it up again. I brought it up before the podcast, but I gotta say it again. If this game is truly in the same world of Pokemon in the past, what happened to these special new Pokemon that show up here? They go extinct?
It's a good question.
Where's that cool new pupper, Hiswin Growlithe?
Yeah.
My Rockfire dog. What happened to him?
Yeah. Yep.
He looks pretty cool. He's got that big old like hair on his face.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure that the Arcanine version is going to look just insane.
Just goofy.
I hope you can ride him instead of just the deer. He's got like this flowing mane of fire, and you're going to like soar across the land on him.
I want like a very static mane of rock. Like just like back.
He's just a rock. He can't even move. He's just very boring.
He can't move. It's the reason he went extinct. So
there we go. It all makes sense. We're right. We're figuring it out. Spoiler alert. I apologize. I'm excited for it. My biggest concern of this game is the fact that it comes out a week apart from Elden Ring. Which I'm going to balance my life at that point. I'm pretty sure.
Because. Go ahead.
I was going to say I'm going on like a family vacation, and then this game's coming out, and then so it's like my life's just going to be in flux of like I just need a weekend to sit down and like devote to this game.
It's going to be rough, and ideally I would like in a perfect world I'm not working for a week. I'm just going to play games, but I can't do that.
Excuse me, real life, I would like to take a week off to play Pokemon.
I'd like to take a week off to play Pokemon.
I have to create the original Pokedex.
I think like whatever happens, I need to somehow find a way to have a completely open video game schedule when those games come up. I have to find a way to do that. But there's always new things, There's always something from the games that I've missed in the past that I bring back up to play, but I need to find a way to okay, I'm gonna be ready to play these 2 games for several weeks. So
and I'm pretty bad about getting new games and having a huge backlog. But I also, if I have a huge game coming out, I can set aside some stuff and play a new game if I need to.
I'll make that choice for sure.
Yeah. So that's what
it would just be less stressful, I guess, which is such a goofy word to use when talking about video game backlogs, but I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I am who I am.
I am who I am. You can take it or leave it.
Yeah. Well, cool. Do you have any final thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus or Brilliant Diamond, anything like that?
You mentioned kind of the regional forms or new Pokemon that are coming up in this game, and we touched on all of them except for one, and that was this evolution to Basculin.
Yes.
And I just thought it was really funny, kind of how disturbing it was what this evolution of Basculin was, and it's like a conglomerate of dead spirit Basculins, however you want to say it, that didn't make it upstream.
Fallen allies.
His fallen comrades, and now they've coalesced into one ghostly being, and this is Basculegion is the name of the Pokemon.
It's very good. It's very
Water good. Ghost. So I thought it was very dark. I was like, wow, that's what this Pokemon is? Okay. Yeah. It's
my
a little
fallen
dark.
comrades and I have
fallen...
We have amassed into our true form.
Yes.
Basculegion.
Basculegion.
Yeah,
so I'm interested to see what else comes up.
I hope the evolution's really dark too. I hope you have to catch 6 Basculin and have 5 of them die.
And you can release them all.
Yeah, and then
you
just throw them in the dirt, and then Basculegion forms out of the ground. It's like a necromancer.
That does beg an interesting question. Is the evolution process for that Pokemon going to be just the same? It hits a certain level, and I'm a ghost school of fish now.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How'd you get there?
My friends. That's a good point.
Lots of unanswered questions.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride around on Basculegion. He looks pretty sweet.
No doubt. No doubt.
And just the confidence in this character, just to get on that bad boy.
I know.
Just
It's a demon, basically.
A demon, a fish that swims above water, just to keep you happy. Very nice of it. But cool, good stuff.
Good discussion there.
That was a good little tidbit. I'm glad you came with that last little tidbit there.
Yeah, for sure.
So on to some smaller topics that are less cool. They're still cool, but not.
I think they're cool.
We're as excited about it as we're Pokemon. There's a little thing called the SteamDeck that was announced a month ago. We haven't done anything a month and a half. So I thought we'd just give some quick thoughts on it. Not anything too in depth, but what's your initial thoughts of the SteamDeck?
Well, I mean, while it seems pretty cool. It looks like 3 different models based on storage size, and I think some of the internal specs change depending on which version you get.
The 2 higher models have an SSD. The base model does not.
It has an SSD. A handheld with an SSD is crazy. But of course, the thing that jumps to mind is it looks like a future version, or not future version, but some weird high tech version of a. That's what it looks like. I don't know that this is exactly the market for me. And if I had infinite money and time, maybe I would dive into this. But I think it's just on the surface what they've revealed with the specs, and I won't go through all of it. It is pretty impressive, I would say. It has a lot of features that the Switch, I would say, is missing, and I'm going to make that comparison because it's just easiest to do that. When you talk about these handheld things. So again, I don't know that I'm necessarily in the market. From what I understand, it can run PC games and other
It claims that it can just
other
run
stuff.
anything in your Steam library from right out the gate,
which is pretty crazy.
So you can play Elden Ring. Elden Ring will be a portable game.
Yeah, and it has. So I think it does have the ability to dock up to 4K 120 and 8K 60, which is just okay.
The thing is, that's those are when they say that with this scenario, that's just trying to sound cool because it could technically do that, but the internals are not powerful enough to properly do 4K 60. Because you still got to remember it's not like a PS5 on the internals.
Right,
They can say,
right.
"Oh, we can do 4K if you
Yeah.
dock it," but it's not going to
Yeah.
actually.
I mean, if it even comes close, the fact that this handheld machine can dock into a TV and do anything kind of close to that is
I think it's optimized
nuts.
so that the screen is like just above 720. So I think
It's 800p.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think the internals are probably optimized to run that. And if you go on,
Yeah,
if you
for
dock
sure.
it and you try to run a higher resolution, it's going to start
It's just
sucking
gonna
away.
explode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of exploding, the immediate thing that comes to my mind is what's going to be the heat like flow on this thing?
This
It's going to
like
be cooking your hands.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I get pretty
yeah,
sweaty hands in general when I play games.
yeah, yeah,
This thing, I'm sure I'll be like
yeah.
pretty intense.
Just looking at these numbers, it's just about twice as big, as heavy as the Switch.
Yeah.
It's 1.47 pounds, and the Switch OLED, which is what this
You know what?
article compares it to, is 0.71 pounds.
It reminds me of, like obviously the Switch is the easy comparison. It reminds me of a Wii U gamepad. Like,
Yeah.
it's like if I put it like, it's literally a Wii U gamepad. It's what it
Oh
looks
yeah,
like.
it looks like that. Yeah.
And I don't know
It's
if I
kind of it's going to be a little bulkier, you know.
yeah, it's like
so,
really thick, the thick boy.
Yeah.
And while I'm interested in this thing, I kind of want to wait until they make like the Steam Deck 2, where it goes from like
Yeah.
Wii U size to like Switch size.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But I am
And
still
the-
interested in it. It could be.
The thing about this though, again, I've honestly I'm not a big handheld gamer in general. I think most of my handheld experience of all of it, besides maybe like the PSP back in the day, has been with Nintendo stuff. And so no matter how cool this thing is, it can't play Nintendo stuff. So
Well, you can't
that-
legally play Nintendo stuff.
okay, well I've never been a big into emulation
Yeah.
either, so still not a factor for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, it's not really my market, and it's like if I wanted to, like the one that's even the lowest end one is still $50 more expensive than the Switch OLED. It's at 400.
Yep.
And I don't know that that's even like I don't see the breakout of like the specific models like and what you get as you increase.
Yep.
But I would want like the better specs, and it's just you'd have to spend a lot of money to get that. It's just I'll just play my PS5
The
for that. I
prices
mean,
go
for
up pretty quick.
$529, like it's like a steep increase.
Yeah.
From 400 to 529 and 649. Like that's, whew. So
Yeah.
while it is cool and it maybe, it sheds some hope for the future, I guess, at where handheld gaming can go and like all that stuff. And maybe the Switch can improve a little bit, take some of the features that are or honestly, some of the features on this Steam Deck are features the Switch should have, like Bluetooth support. I've probably mentioned that on
Baffling.
the podcast before.
Baffling.
I just I don't understand it. I'm not a hardware person or whatever. I don't know how difficult it is to incorporate that capability. But Bluetooth headphones would be great. And there's some
I
other
love
little
having
things.
my
but-
headphones. I love being tethered to my Switch, so when I lean back, the Switch
can't even
falls
tell you-
out of the
Yeah.
dock, and
I can't even tell you how many times I've done that, and I've gotten recently much more careful. But yeah, I'm just like, turn my head to talk to someone, whatever, and like, there goes my Switch. yeah. And the thing is, this is probably not a good thing, but like the longer I've had my Switch, the less I've really cared about, it, especially with the OLED on the horizon.
yeah. It's
As
like
we
when you
get
get a new
closer,
phone. Like you always like
Yeah.
put it on a pillow
Oh, yeah.
safely, and then when you
Yeah.
later you like throw your phone across
Yeah.
the room, it lands on your bed,
Yeah.
and it's like it hits the
Yeah.
wall. Like whatever.
Yeah, it's like that's fine. Yeah, well, and the thing is, as we get closer to the launch of the Switch OLED, I'm like, I don't know if I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but like, I have my pre-order secured, and I'm, it's sitting there. It's like I could cancel it if I want to because I do have the stock Switch, but like, I kind of just want the shiny new thing that's gonna last me another several years maybe, and
Yeah.
unless they friggin' release the Switch Pro next year, and then I don't know what I'm gonna
Then
do.
you hit up GameStop for those trade-ins.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have no sentimental attachment to the OLED Switch and just give it back and get a discount on the. But yeah, so my handheld gaming is gonna be limited to the Switch, I think, and the Steam Deck is, outside of my interests right now. But it is cool that it's going to, we'll see what the future holds for stuff like this.
I think this is really appealing, not to people like you and me, but to people who are already invested in Steam and just have all
Yeah.
these games that they can now play handheld.
On the go, yeah.
Which I think it's a pretty cool little
Yeah.
thing to have. I have
Yeah.
like one game on Steam. I have played Loop Hero on Steam.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually purchased a couple other games on Steam and then had to refund them because I'm a moron. I didn't realize that
It's okay.
my laptop.
Don't run on Mac.
Yeah, the games don't run on Mac. I just assumed they're on Steam. I have Steam that would work. They're
Yeah.
like Windows only.
That's really goofy, man.
Yeah, so I mean it's whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's like one game on Steam. It's called I want to play. It's called Dark Deity. It's like a Fire Emblem-ish indie game.
Yep.
And like, but I'm not gonna buy a Steam Deck to play this like indie game.
You better not.
Yeah.
I would. No, you better not.
So,
Because watch, then Dark Deity, then you'll buy it, and then
Switch.
it'll come to Switch after that. Yeah.
no, so like I think this is a really cool idea for people who are already well invested into Steam, and it's just like a sidekick to them. You know?
People who are purely PC gamers, but they like, it'd be nice to have some of my stuff handheld. Okay, well here you go.
I think that it syncs like I think they said they're working on like it's not ready yet, but they're gonna try to implement like a cloud, like you put your Steam Deck down with a save, and then now your computer already has the saves when you get home, kind of thing.
I feel like that should be. Is that not something that exists?
They
That's
said they're like
if it
working
doesn't.
on. Well, you can do that. Let me think about it. It's been a while since I looked at this article. Maybe the cloud saves work, but they're trying to get like a smoother version of just like switching over. They're working on something to make it more fluid, where you can just pick up and play with the.
Yeah, because that would totally defeat the purpose of this.
Yeah.
Like,
obviously,
people what will be the incentive for people who play Steam games on their computer to get this thing if they can't pick it up and play on the go? Like, that would totally.
Yeah, maybe I misspoke. Obviously, I'm pretty sure cloud saves would work with that, but they're doing something to make it an easier pickup and switch between your home desktop and this. I had to look back into it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, it's a cool idea. It's like only on Steam, so you're not gonna like find these at like Best Buy or anything like that.
No, there was like I didn't look into it, but there was some kind of special pre-order process, like for people who were already Steam like members or whatever.
Yeah, they made you put $5 down, which is like that's fine. But the interesting thing they did was they made you buy it through your Steam account, which you had to like verify with like a phone number and stuff and an email, so it kind of helped the scalping situation.
And the bots and stuff,
yeah, so that was a good idea on their part. And they're giving this thing to people in like waves. So like if you got one, you might get it like in end of 2021. But then some people are getting them like quarter three of 2022. So it's like,
oh my gosh,
that's
like, crazy, dude.
Yeah. So even if
I wonder. I mean, because that's maybe not enough time to make significant improvements, but like I wonder if any kind of like improvements could be made. Probably not hardware, but like I don't know. Like that's a big range of time, for people to be getting this.
And maybe that's just them being conservative, so they don't like promise something they can't get. But even like I'm cool with the Steam Deck. I might wait for like their next iteration of something. Maybe I'm more into PC games at that point. Maybe
honestly, with this, I just hope that this makes the Switch get better. I want them to be better, so I don't have to go buy some goofy expensive thing like this. Because I like my games that I play on my PS5 that are like real high end. I like that, and I don't necessarily need the Switch to be as high end as them. I just need it to have a little bit more quality of life features that it's like sorely missing. So I hope that this pushes them in that direction, so I can keep that. I like that balance in my life.
That's obviously the hope, and like part of me thinks that's a possibility, but at the end of the day, I just go back to the fact that like, even if Nintendo didn't have any third-party games, they would still succeed literally just because they sell you Mario and Zelda in their games. And people, to like most of their like gigantic audience, that is fine. Like
well, and I hate the answer to this is like, oh, well, Nintendo has no incentive. Just I like to think that maybe the company has a little bit more morality than that, and like
I would like to think so too, but like
customer facing, like just really thinking about the customer first rather than just big business make me money. Like it just doesn't give me a good feeling, and I know that maybe that's naive of me, but like it's not something with a company that makes these games that I like so much. Like but they also really don't care about what I
feel like they used to be better about that. I feel like it's only been like, and maybe I'm just like paying attention more, but I feel like it's just like the last couple of years I've started to notice them kind of sitting on their hands and just coasting a
Yeah.
little more.
Well, since the Switch became so successful.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I have noticed some annoying decisions they've made where they're
Yes,
just
for
like,
sure.
oh,
Me
Breath of
too.
the Wild changed our company. Now we can just like have a successful
Yeah.
system without doing anything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
um,
That's just if that is what they're thinking, and you know, there's not just some maybe they just work differently. Like I don't know if that's really what they're thinking. It does not
yeah,
paint them in a good light. You know.
yeah,
So
yeah. But
yeah.
hopefully, maybe this does light a fire under their ass and they start
Yeah.
adding some more features.
That's what I'm hoping for. Because then it's like it's. I say it's not that hard. I really don't think it's that hard for some of these things that we're asking for. And it's like this fan base, like there could be no ill will. Like it could have the perfect situation where you're still making a ton of money and you're giving the fans what they want. Like there's no situation there where you lose. So that's where it's confusing me. Like why not just kind of fix these things? Like I know you're making money right now. You could potentially be because you'll be, satisfying.
Isn't it crazy that you can't even send like a text message to your friends on Switch? You can't even like
Nope,
I'll concede that like, oh, maybe voice chat makes the system chug, so they don't want to add voice chat, whatever. You can't send a message to people, which is just crazy to me.
Yep. Let me get on my Switch app on my phone.
Oh,
Let me do that and send it.
Oh, but at that point, you're on your phone.
I'm on my phone. Why am I not just texting you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, with my phone.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So.
But we could. That's a whole other topic we could get into that. I don't want to depress myself too much. So.
Yeah. All right. Tangent avoided.
Well,
or ended. Tangent ended.
Tangent ended. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next of the smaller segments, we've got a lot of talk about Nintendo stuff recently. Microsoft has had a couple presentations with like their indie event, and they have they're gonna be at Gamescom this next week, and then they have Halo Infinite this holiday, but there's kind of a big question mark with Sony right now. I think where they just had the new Ghost of Tsushima expansion come out today.
The director's cut,
like what does Sony have? Because they say they have Horizon coming out this year. But I don't know. It's almost September and we haven't heard anything about that. So I'm basically what I want to talk about is the idea of maybe a state of play coming in the next couple weeks, and maybe what we can maybe think to see from it. Some delays that might happen, maybe some surprises, things they might highlight. So I'll start off. Basically, at this point, I'm pretty certain that Horizon's not coming out this year. They were very tentative on it. They were pretty tentative on it last time. They're like, oh, we want it to come out in 2021, but we don't want to like say it yet. And I doubt they're going to like in September be like, oh, it comes out in 2 months. They might. They very well might, but I feel like it's probably going to get delayed.
Right. Yeah. Like such a big first party game like this, there's usually like more time in between like announcement, release date, and actual release. So I could see that. I could see that being the case. And just to kind of piggyback off what you were talking about, like what's coming, and the other companies are have lots in working. I'm in a weird spot with PlayStation, so I kind of consider myself, hence the shirt. I'm probably more of a PlayStation fan first, and it's kind of just stems from where I started in my gaming history, I guess. But I'm in this weird place with PlayStation right now. I have like so many other things to play. A lot of Switch stuff. We'll talk about that. I think we're gonna talk about that later, what we're playing. But you and I recently started something big on PlayStation, and I just kind of feel like, and maybe it's also because of my work schedule and just other things going on in my life. I'm not really losing any sleep over lack of PlayStation games. That's just kind of where I am. I have plenty to do and play, and I don't even have that much time to play. I have plenty of stuff to go to. So I think it's reasonable to expect a state of play soon. It's hard to say when, like exactly, but I think it's just we're in this weird time period of the world where it's hard to predict anything, and things are just going to happen when they happen. And I don't know. Other than Horizon, I don't even know, because we know God of War is delayed. As far as first party stuff, it's hard to say.
That's basically what I'm going to get at.
Comes to mind right now.
Let's say Horizon, for the sake of the conversation, Horizon is delayed to next year. What do they highlight for this holiday?
For holiday, yeah.
Because they have
was it
Kena Bridge of Spirits that's coming out in September.
It's now September, yeah.
That's like an indie game they're publishing, I believe. It's not like a Sony studio.
Right.
But do they have anything else announced? They have God of War next year. They have Horizon that's question mark, and then Kena. I guess they've got
and then the big. I don't know
Loop.
how much this counts. Yeah, they do have Deathloop. I don't know how much this counts, but they have the big Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker expansion coming, which Final Fantasy 14 is a PlayStation 5 exclusive or PlayStation exclusive, right? It's not on any other platforms.
It's on PC for sure.
Okay, so it's a console exclusive. I don't think it's on Xbox.
I think it's on Xbox.
Yeah.
I know for a fact it's on PC and then PlayStation, obviously.
And I think Final Fantasy in general is easy to associate with PlayStation.
Yeah.
But so they do have that, and whether you want to count that as exclusive. But yeah, I mean, nothing else right now that is like PS5 exclusive.
So I've got a couple bullet points here, and one of them might be mildly interesting to you.
Okay.
So God of War, if this next state of play, are they going to show the next God of War? Probably not, because they want to get Horizon's probably going to get delayed. They're not going to show another game that's going to come out after that.
Yeah.
I would like them to show it, but I don't think it's going to happen out of the conversation.
I think we're probably early next year, and maybe late this year. I don't know. Maybe the Game Awards. That usually happens in December, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's when they show God of War a little bit more in detail.
Next PlayStation-esque, it's a PlayStation game, but not a Sony game. Final Fantasy 16. I don't think that'll show up in a state of play. I think that game. I think they're going to wait. That's going to be another big game for them next year. It's already still late in this year. It's definitely not going to come out this year.
No.
I don't think we'll see anything of that till maybe Game Awards, maybe early next year. Who knows?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm calling right here, right now. The big holiday game for PlayStation. Fan favorite, stuck on the PS4. The Bloodborne 4K 60 Halloween patch.
Halloween patch.
It's going to come out on Halloween Day.
They can't highlight that though.
Oh, they sure will.
They sure will, but they can't. They won't have the impact unless they have new content. Like if it's just a patch, like.
Oh no, it's gonna be a director's cut like the Final Fantasy VII DLC, the Ghost of Tsushima director's cut.
This is big because I will replay. This is dangerous, man. Because I'll replay Bloodborne again.
Yeah. So, they got a Death Stranding director's cut coming out. They're milking all these games with director's cuts that they can just sell you a PS5 upgrade for.
Right.
And I would be I know that Bloodborne is developed by From Software, and it's funny. It's From Software and Sony Japan, and Sony Japan doesn't exist anymore. Or Japan Studios, sorry. But I would be very surprised if that game never gets a 4K 60 patch, and I think that would be a cool thing to throw in at the end of this year. Yeah. And just throw in like another DLC, just like a random area.
Just throw it in. Just throw it in.
Just throw it in. Yeah, FromSoft is not busy. They're not doing anything right now.
No, they're not making it the biggest game they've ever made. Right now.
They obviously have it ready, and it'll come out on Halloween with a new expansion, the Bloodborne Director's Cut.
I want something better than Director's Cut. I want it to be called like
the Hunter's Mark. The Hunter's.
Perfect. That's Hunter's Mark. Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Something like that. Just like
Director's Cut with Ghost of Tsushima. Like you cut. Like exactly. I feel like that's what they were going for. But
exactly. Now here's the thing. Do I need to play Bloodborne again? No, I do not. I've beaten it 3 times. I don't need to play it again.
I have the platinum.
I've gotten the platinum. I've beaten it 3 times. I don't need to play it again.
Yeah.
If they give me even the smallest amount of new content, they're just like, hey, there's 15 minutes of new content. We have to play 6 hours to get it. I'll be like, I am there. I'm going to go fight that weird, strange vampire monster thing.
Well, as long as I can carry my extremely overpowered character over to that, you got it.
Yeah, man. Those Chalice dungeons, I grinded in there. I'm a monster.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah, so that's my tinfoil hat conspiracy.
Yeah,
Sony
no, it's
game
perfectly reasonable. Again, like you said, not something I need. I certainly wouldn't rule out like playing Bloodborne again. Like I eventually, I probably would patch or not, but yeah, I won't rule it out. I would like to see. I mean, again, if they do release a patch for it and call it and brand it as like a director's cut-esque thing, I want more content. Like, don't call it a director's cut and just give me better visuals, because that won't bring me back. I need more content. Like, because otherwise, the game looked, because I played it on PS4 Pro most recently on a nice TV. So like, people will be like, oh, it only ran 30 frames per second. Like, it looked perfectly fine to me, and I don't, just because if it looks a little bit higher to go back and play it again. Just unless you give me more content, then I will be a silly man and play through the whole game again. So,
I played Bloodborne on the PS4 the first time, and I had a base PS4, so it was a perfectly acceptable performance for me. And then I played it the second time on the PS5, and something about the PS5 being way more powerful than it needed to be, it made it look strange. Like the 30 frames were like way more noticeable for some reason. Everything felt real jittery. It was almost like a better experience on my base PS4 because I was almost expecting it to look like that.
Really goofy. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
So that's my our thoughts on the Sony situation.
State of Sony.
Now we're going to the state of us. What have we been doing the last month and a half?
Oh,
other than
fantastic.
Exploring the worlds.
Yes, and being trapped in a box like me.
So I've been playing a bunch of games, and I don't think we need to like thoroughly describe each game we've been playing, but maybe
because it's probably stuff we've talked about before.
Yeah, I'm gonna highlight a couple and then like kind of list off some cool stuff I've been playing.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this? You want to like, I say we both list off some stuff we're playing and maybe highlight and then just switch to the other person. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll kick it off here. I've been playing. I played Dragon Quest XI for the first time.
Heck yeah!
It's a game I knew I would like, and it just like I missed it, and then I never got around to playing it, and I decided to just like buy it. It was on sale. I just played it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I really freaking loved that game. It might be my favorite. It might have been my favorite game I've played this year, but obviously it did not come out this year. It might be one of my favorite RPGs I've played in a long, long time.
Yep, that's the case for a lot of people, and it's the perfect formula for a turn-based RPG.
It's so good. So the battling is good. I like the battle system. It's simple, but it's simple and recognizable and easy to understand, but it's very good. Characters are very good. They're funny. They all have a good personality. The story is, I don't want to say typical JRPG story, but it's like kind of out there, but it's fun. It doesn't feel super bloated. It feels like everything is pretty meaningful. The music is unbelievable.
Incredible.
Like the whole time. It's just like super awesome. The progression's really good. Like you get new items and new equipment and leveling up, and it all feels really satisfying. What was I going to say? There's a good post game. Really like.
Which is like, the post game is like, it's a continuation really of the,
it's almost
true
like
continuation
just
of
the game. Like
it's like just the rest of the game.
Yeah, you roll credits like, 2/3 of the way into the game maybe, and then there's a whole other thing.
As far as game time, for sure.
I think I put like 70 or 80 hours in that game, and I liked every minute of it. The also like this, like the monster design, it's really they're all really memorable, and like the art design in general with the Akira Toriyama. Like
Dragon Ball.
It was so, it's weird because this is my first Dragon Quest game. Even though I know I would like Dragon Quest games, I've actually bought a couple more since then.
Same here.
And while it was my first experience with Dragon Quest, it felt familiar because I've seen other Akira Toriyama things. And it was really cool. I wish I had that slime controller to play the game with.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Or that special edition Switch with the nice blue Joy-Con.
Yep, that's also cool.
Yeah.
Other games I've been playing, Skyward Sword. My first time playing Skyward Sword, it was like the only 3D Zelda I hadn't played. Fun game, very frustrating. Had some high highs, but some very low lows for me. I don't know about you, how you feel the same.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much I want to admit about some of the silliness that we both experienced in that game. But yeah, I also did play. I'm in a place for me to be in with Zelda. I can probably count on less than one hand how I have finished, but I am still a big Zelda fan, especially with Breath of the Wild. Jeez, that game is incredible. So, I had high hopes going into Skyward Sword because it was like there's so many Zelda games that I haven't played, and this the dark horse of the bunch. And I like the story of Skyward Sword. I think it's very interesting, and there were a lot of fun moments. Overall, I had a lot of fun playing it. But there were, and it's you hear people make it's just the motion controls. It's as literally as simple as it is. And I think I actually was probably one of the few people on this HD edition on the Switch. I did not try. I tried it very briefly with the button controls, and it just didn't really jive with me. So I just continued using the motion controls and just powered through it from there. But yeah, that was it. And the button controls, because they had to be adapted in the way they did, because the motion controls were so integrated into the gameplay. The button controls just didn't feel really to me. But I think if I maybe went and gave it another shot, I don't know. Good game, but probably playing it again for a while.
I tried to play. I played like the first 3/4 of the game, motion control only. I finally got so frustrated. I went to controller, and it was still frustrating, but I felt more in control, I guess. There's nothing more frustrating to me personally in a video game than, like, I see the puzzle. I've already solved the puzzle in my head, but I can't get the controller to do what I want it to do. It was really frustrating. Great game,
sure.
But it's a flawed masterpiece, I would say. It's very, Skyward Sword. Quick review.
Skyward Sword.
So then I've also been playing some. I'm getting back into my 3DS. Looking on the Virtual Console, I've played a handful of games on there. The first one I was doing in my Metroid, my Metroid University. I'm going back and playing all the Metroid games. I played Metroid 2, the Game Boy game. Fun game. Did not age the best. It needs a map. That's my entire review of the game. No map makes
review
that
in
game
a nutshell.
very frustrating. But I did play a very good Game Boy game, actually very recently, Super Mario Land 2. And this might be my favorite 2D Mario game. It's very unique. It's fun. It controls better than like you think, it's a Game Boy game from like 1992 or whatever. It probably sucks to control, but it felt pretty smooth. It was very reactive to, and it didn't feel blocky. It felt fluid. And also, it's kind of like Link's Awakening, where they're really wacky with the world design and things going on. So they had some really cool level design. It was a short game. I think I beat it in like 2 or 3 hours.
That's crazy. When you told me that, I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, it's like the perfect game for like buying on a Saturday morning. It was like $4 and just like play it through right then and there. Really fun time. I like that game a lot. Playing through Pokemon Crystal. It's I played Gold and Silver. I've never played Crystal, so I'm playing Pokemon Crystal. And then I've got a couple more small games. Sega Picross. I like Picross a lot, and this is basically it's like Sega Genesis and Master System, maybe pixel art. It's just Picross puzzles, but with Sega stuff. And then a game I'm going to review soon, Death's Door on the Xbox. I'm not going to say too much about it, but it is very good. I like it a lot. The game I'm still questioning, Pokemon Unite. I don't know if I like the game or not. I'm still playing it. It's one of those things, like, I don't know if I like it, but I still play it every day.
Funny, man.
I can't explain it. I don't know why.
Sounds like you like it. You can say that. That's okay.
But like, I don't. Like, I play this and I'm like, am I having fun right now? Like, I don't know. Like,
I want you back to it then.
I don't know. Like, it's
planted some kind of virus in your head.
I think it's Pokemon. I think I'm like, oh, I love Pokemon, and I play it. And it's like fun because it's like I'm running around as a Charmander. And then I'm like, does this game bad? Like, I don't, I don't know.
You have to ask. Yes.
And then the two big games I've been playing, I started Xenoblade 1.
Big day, man.
I really like it so far.
Yeah.
Music's good. The battle system was like, I was surprised I got it as fast as I got it, because I was expecting it to be frustrating, but it kind of picked up on it faster than I thought.
No, and it probably would have been that way had you been playing the original, but with this definitive edition, I think they added some things that really helped out with it.
Yeah,
the learning curve.
I like it a lot. I wish I could play it more, is where I'm at, which is always a good thing if I'm wanting to play it more.
Yeah. You're playing a lot of stuff all at the same time.
Yes.
I gotta say.
Yes, that's why. And then the reason I'm not playing this game more is because of the other gigantic game I decided to start.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one of my first, not my first, but the first MMO I played in a long time, and that's Final Fantasy XIV.
It's my first ever.
Final Fantasy XIV it's been fun so far. I like it. We're still in the early parts where we're still trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, we're still lowly noobs right now.
The interface is a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Because it's made for a PC. I feel like.
I'm probably gonna go sit down and play it tomorrow, and I'm gonna be fumbling through because I haven't played it for a week.
Guarantee you will. I played after 3 days, and I already had started pressing the wrong buttons, and the map was in a weird spot. I'd open up a weird menu. My guy's running into a wall. I'm like, oh gosh, they're all laughing at me.
Is he sort of auto running?
Yeah. I was just doing stupid stuff. I do like it though. I mean, the first day, I think we started playing at 6 something in the morning, and we just played for 8 hours or something like that.
Oh yeah, we spent an hour and a half making our character.
Yeah,
it's just a good time, man.
Yeah, I am Sebastian Fantasy. Sebastian's my new name for all my characters, so that was fitting.
I'm Fin Fang Foom.
Oh, yes.
A good Marvel reference for those out there who understand it. So look for me on the Brunhilde server, right?
Of course,
that's where we are.
Brunhilde.
Brunhilde server, yeah. So
we'll probably play that tomorrow, I would imagine.
For sure.
And I think our goal, we're still not sure, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna try to play the quests together. But I personally don't 100% understand how that works.
No.
But my goal is I want to try to be
there.
Endwalker ready when Endwalker comes out.
And I feel like that,
November.
as of right now, that is still a tall order.
That is a very tall order, especially the fact that I have to also beat Xenoblade, and apparently.
Well, and then have a functioning adult life in the meantime. I wish I could spend more time with it. Yeah.
I gotta just start staying up to 3 in the morning on Mondays and just
You're nuts.
Get 3 hours of sleep and just pound back some coffee or something like that for work. Who knows?
It doesn't. No, man, you'll die. You're gonna die.
Death by video games is all I could hope for, I guess.
Yeah. Or you wish it's by video games. It's by lack of sleep.
Yeah,
caffeine
it's
overdose.
The 45-minute commute I have to make after the lack of sleep.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so that's what I've been playing. What have you been playing? What's going on with you?
All right, well, I'll blaze through some just to get to the two big ones that I'm playing, but I couldn't remember exactly when we last talked about this. So since my last memory, and you can tell me if I've done this before, your memory, yes, but I did beat the original Metroid on the NES Online, and I followed a guide the entire way through.
Only way to play that game. That's
only way to play the game. I don't care. And similar to you, I'm kind of going to you're getting basically your 4th degree university. I'm going.
Yep.
I'm probably just gonna play. I want to play Super Metroid. That I'd like to play Samus Returns, which is a remake of Metroid 2, right? Yep. So I've got that in the old Pokeball 2DS back there. And eventually I would like to finish up with that. I started it briefly, Samus Returns, and I want to play that. I'll play Super Metroid, and then the other one would be Fusion, but I don't know that I'll have the time or the best resources to play that. So I may just skip over that when Dread comes.
The good thing is, if you did have access to that game, you could totally knock it out the Saturday before Dread comes out. You could play it one day and just beat it. But the hard thing is accessing it, because it's either the Game Boy Color or a Wii U.
Right. And I have a Game Boy, but I mean, finding the cart is difficult. I may be able to borrow it from our good buddy, friend of the channel, Bird Dog Gaming.
Legend, absolute legend.
Absolute legend, and I've discussed with him borrowing that, so maybe I'll get to borrow Fusion
in
the near future. But other than that, this feels like a long time ago that I did this, but the East Origin, I bought on Switch for like $6 or $7. I probably mentioned way back on earlier podcast, I had stopped playing that game because I got stuck on a... literally what I did is one day I just picked it up and I grinded for like maybe 30 minutes and got a few levels up, and I just demolished the rest of the game. I don't know what happened. I got past the boss my first try that I was... And then I got some items, and like it just like overpowered me. I basically got like similar to like Hades, for example. Like what do they call it? Revive? Like I can't remember what that. Death. I basically got a Death Defiance ability, and I just cruised through the rest of the game. So I finished East Origin. Happy. I don't like getting, especially that far in a game, not finishing it.
Yeah.
It's one thing if I dabble in something and then put it down. That happens to all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, don't know how long it's, but Mario Super Rush I've since put down, for a while. I haven't even tried the DLC, the free DLC that they.
I need to get back to
that. But I did finish the story mode on that and played some. It's a fun game.
I think it's most fun.
Hard
with
to say.
friends.
Absolutely.
I think it's legitimately a fun game to play with people. I don't think there's a lot to hold you on to like play by yourself.
Yeah, no, there's not, and that's why it doesn't. The price tag is not justified, but sometimes you make sacrifices.
Yep.
You'll spend hundreds of hours in one game.
Yep.
30 hours in another. Okay, it balances out. Whatever.
Yeah, I think I put like 350 hours into Fire Emblem.
Yes.
That's a single player game by myself. I played it 8 times.
that's pretty nuts, man. I mean,
so
and I'm close to
game
300 in Breath of the Wild.
15 hours in, it's like whatever.
Yeah. So Celeste is another one that I finished, and when I say finished, I got through the main levels. I went for I probably got like 10 strawberries, the collectible item in that game they're difficult to get.
The ones that were on the way.
Basically, and there were a couple where I'd stumble onto a side path and be like, I can get that one. I'd try a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't do anything with extra levels at that game. I think I died like 400 times on the last level.
Yeah.
Like legitimate. Yeah, it was rough. So, but that was the story in that game was really, and I think everyone who's in the world of gaming understands the impact of Celeste, and it has this good story about mental health, and it spreads a good message.
The game
so
itself,
it was cool
getting to the top of the mountain and trying over and over and dying is part of the story.
It's exactly. It's so funny. Like in the load screens, it's like don't focus on the death counter. Like you're getting better. It's like okay.
Yeah.
That's
really good
true.
game. If you want to feel like you've never played a video game ever and you're the worst video game player ever, try the last levels. They are ridiculously difficult.
I'm okay.
They make me feel like a toddler. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like
well, and I know that you mentioned that. And I know I'd seen this back way before when this new content was coming out for the game, and they repurposed a glitch in the game to be and I don't even know what that was. I don't even know if I want to know what that was.
It's basically the equivalent of dashing and jumping at the same time. There's this weird slide where you go real fast. And they just
interesting.
They just implemented that as a design.
What do you have to do with your hands to make that happen? How hard is it to pull off?
It's impossible to know. I mean, it's not. say it's 8 of 10 hard, but you have to. It's part of the level design where you have to do it consistently now. It's not just jump and dash.
Like a regular jump and dash and everything.
Yeah,
you have to do this crazy combo move.
Just for example, not to dwell on it too much, but the last level, I got through say the first 5 screens. I looked up an online guide on YouTube where the guy's like, "Oh, I did it 0 deaths." The first 5 screens took him a minute and a half, and it's a 30-minute video. I'm like, okay, no, it's nope, never doing that.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
It's I once I saw just how out of my wheelhouse it was, I immediately home XA, never again.
Yeah, home XA, the sacred combo has been implemented.
Yeah, never again. Great game. Not gonna do that to myself.
It is a great game. But yeah, I think if I haven't mentioned it on the podcast, mention it now. I'm not the biggest fan of 2D platformers because I'm not very good at them, and I have no shame in admitting things that I'm good at. That's why I don't like them. That's why anybody doesn't like anything.
Yeah.
So that game, I was there for the experience. I think I got it for $4 or something, like a really good deal.
Yep.
Normally $20. I was like, okay, I think it'd be silly that has a positive impact, so I need to play it. And so I did, and it was good. Glad I finished it, and now I'm done with it. Other than that, I mentioned Skyward Sword, which I got through, which, again, good game. I have those neat little Joy-Con right there. Be damaged or drift or whatever. If they aren't already, they could be already.
Yeah, they're already screaming in pain.
They're already screaming, I'm drifting! Also played Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate on PlayStation 5, and I haven't done a whole lot in that game. All the fights, like in the main story, like because basically it has the MK11 story and then the DLC story Aftermath. So I did all the fights in there. It's Mortal Kombat, whatever. I got it for another game. I got for a deal like $25. And it has all the DLC characters and other modes that I'd probably try out at some point, but I haven't.
Yeah.
Then other than that, you mentioned Final Fantasy 14, which a little more if you want, but I think we kind of covered that pretty well. It's my first MM, and I'm enjoying it a lot. It's really fun, and I'm picking up. I wish I had more time to play it. That's the thing. But yeah, other big games.
MMOs are a young man's game.
Exactly. Yeah, a young man's game with no responsibilities whatsoever. So, but basically, I'm playing that when I can, and then more regularly, like during the week, I'm playing Monster Hunter Stories 2, which we've talked about. Monster Hunter Rise. It was my entry into the. So I'm playing Monster Hunter Stories 2, and it's like this perfect blend between like Monster Hunter Rise, Pokemon, and like general turn-based RPGs. You get to like have a team of monsties, and you get to raise them, and there's like cool, like I don't know if you want to call it like metagame or whatever. I know intricate to the game that make you like think about like the stats of your monsties and whatnot, and it's just a really good time. I won't get. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that, and it kind of scratches the Pokemon itch until the Diamond and Pearl remakes. So other than that, also I haven't been playing a lot of Xbox recently, but when I have, I guess the most recent thing I played is Halo 3. Still trying to get through all the Halo games with. Again, good buddy of the show, Bird Dog Gaming. Absolute legend. We haven't played a bit, but we're working our way through it.
Yep.
And if I had more time, I would be finding some stuff on Game Pass probably to play. But right now it's just kind of stagnant. But lots to play. But I'm trying to stick to those two games, I guess. Turner Stories 2 and Final Fantasy 14 are the big ones.
I forgot. Speaking of Game Pass. Microsoft Flight Simulator, a great time.
Oh, right. Yeah. I have that downloaded, and I haven't played it yet.
It's a great,
but I want to.
I'm just going to, like, goof around and fly, look at some pyramids, and you just do that.
Well, and us being the airplane scientists that we are.
Yeah, of course.
It's a good for us to play.
Yeah, and also it makes me feel real bad about the fact I don't know how to fly a plane at all. I just,
It makes you feel bad. Well, get your pilot's license.
No, thank you. I would,
like me. If you didn't know, I don't have a pilot's license. Not even close.
I mean, I did create the hot air balloon, but that's about as far as
You did invent it in this weird alternate universe timeline that you went to. So,
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it for me on what I'm playing.
Sweet.
What I've been playing.
Well, we've got one more topic. Should be a quicker one, and then we have a fun surprise for everyone.
Hopefully people stuck around.
Yeah, the Nintendo Indie World presentation from this week. And what I was going to do,
week, was it like, when was that?
Last week.
Last week? Okay. Was it?
Last week.
I'm looking at calendar. Was that the 11th? Maybe? 12th? Who knows?
It was
recent.
In recent memory.
Yes.
So I'm just going to read through the presentation chronologically and just stop me if you have anything to say, and I'll do the same.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
started off with Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Nope.
I can't even remember what that was, so maybe let's just go on.
Other one was a Toem, Toem. It's like a black and white game. I don't really know what it was.
Nope.
Next game was Loop Hero.
Yeah.
I've played Loop
Yeah,
Hero.
yeah.
It's a very good computer game. And when I originally got it, I was like, I want to play this on the Switch. And I think it'd be a great Switch game, except for the fact that the interface is 100% going to be better with a mouse and keyboard. Or not a keyboard, not even a keyboard. Keyboard's not really
just a mouse.
A mouse specifically.
Yeah.
So it might be a little clunky on the Switch unless they have. I mean, maybe they'll do a good job with it. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
If you're interested, it's a really fun game. You should check it out. Far Changing Tides.
Sounds familiar, but I don't remember exactly what was going on.
Far off memory.
Exactly.
Yeah. This one just a cool name. Necro Barista Final Pour. Yeah.
And the thing is, I remember that title and it being weird, but I don't remember what the game was. Was it like a sim game? Like I don't even remember.
It's about a dead barista and their final pour.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Sounds
the whole
good.
Thing.
Sounds
Garden
like a great
Story
time.
looks like a nice little bright.
I think I remember that one. Yeah.
Boyfriend Dungeon.
Oh yeah, big on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is like a. It's like a dungeon.
It was like a hack and slash.
Like a dungeon crawler, hack and slash.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like. I don't know if the boyfriend part is like there's romance elements or if it's just like literally. I didn't look into it too much.
I know that I had heard about this before. I think they had shown it in some other kind of show.
Yeah.
But it also is this something that has existed like before this? Because it sounds like it's not just totally new. Like I thought I had heard. Is it first of its kind? Like it's not a series. Like just curious.
I would be lying to you if I said I did. No. This next one was a big one. It was a shadow drop. Axiom Verge 2.
Oh yeah.
Now on paper, I should really like this game because I like Metroidvanias, but for some reason, no matter how much praise Axiom Verge 1 has gotten, I've looked at the game, I've watched reviews, I've watched gameplay, and something just doesn't click right with me with this game. And then Axiom Verge 2 is the exact same. I wanted to be excited about it, and it's gotten pretty good reviews, but I just don't. Something seems off to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, it happens sometimes. I mean, it's definitely a pretty old school looking game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like more so than what other like retro games look. It looks like I don't know. I won't say it looks bad, but like it certainly doesn't click with me. It's not my kind of game.
Yeah. So that game, I heard it's good. I don't think I'm going to try it out. This next one, I think we'll probably both comment on Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So I'm a big fan of Shovel Knight. I've played I guess it's 4 campaigns,
Yeah.
and then the 2D Smash Brothers thing.
Yeah. Showdown, right?
Showdown. I really like Shovel Knight. This is almost like a Puyo Tetris puzzle Shovel Knight game.
Well, isn't it kind of like Bejeweled or like
Bejeweled.
Dungeon Crawler?
Yeah, it's like a dungeon crawler, but also like for some reason I don't think they said this, but the way they were moving around, it almost looked like a Cadence Hyrule, like a rhythm thing.
It did. I don't think there was a rhythm-based part to it.
I don't think it was, but the way it was moving kind of gave me those feels.
Because it was like hopping, for the different spaces.
And there's like a hub world kind of thing going on, it looks pretty interesting. I'm sure I'll check it out.
I think I'll pick it up. I think I
like
will
Shovel
too.
Knight. I'm more interested in hearing about where Shovel Knight Dig is. They're like SteamWorld Dig Shovel Knight, which I will most certainly be trying that out. But I will.
Yeah.
I'm pretty interested in Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Islander Console Edition.
I think that's kind of like a
build your island kind of thing. Like
right. Yeah.
Could be fun. Could be a nice, relaxing, cozy end of the night kind of game.
I guarantee I'll never play it, but no offense.
I'll timestamp this right here. Metal Slug Tactics. So this
one looks cool.
It looks cool. It's got, so people don't know, like it's like Final Fantasy Tactics. It's like a strategy RPG or a tactical RPG, whatever you call it.
But there's like elevation to in the maps, right?
Yeah, it looks interesting. Another really cool tactical RPG coming out soon will be a Project Triangle Strategy.
Yes.
I'm getting a lot of Project Triangle strategy vibes from this game.
Oh yeah,
You know.
yeah. And someone on this podcast is being pressured to play the demo,
Yes.
despite the fact that this
Cyberbullying, if you may.
despite the fact that someone has that he's going to get the game when it comes out.
Okay, good. It's
regardless of playing the demo or not.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Tetris Effect Connected. I have played this game on the Xbox because it was on Game Pass.
Me too.
I think this would be a cool OLED game.
Probably gonna look very pretty. Put some nice headphones on.
My biggest complaint about Tetris Effect, because I think I've played, as like a story mode. I've gone through like half of it.
Yeah, I finished the whole thing. Yeah.
In my experience, what I've played so far, my favorite song was the very first song.
Yeah,
and then I think kind of like wasn't. I didn't find anything super good after that.
It's just like a whole vibe, man. The whole game, like it's just kind of go through it.
I like Tetris as it is, and it's a cool idea for Tetris. I've always wanted to try this in VR because I've heard it's a really like a wild VR experience. Yeah, and I've never like done VR before, but this game specifically seems like something that would be like. I've heard it's like an emotional like it's like amazing. In
it
VR.
Is, and the thing is, I don't remember what point that I got to where I had to do this, but maybe like halfway through or so, I just dropped the difficulty down because maybe I'm not the best at Tetris. I haven't played a whole lot of Tetris in my life, but I still really enjoyed it with the effects that were going on, Tetris Effect, and like the music and everything. So it really, and once I dropped the stressful, I like that Xbox Game Pass as well.
If you want to see something really satisfying, you should look up like Tetris Effect like max combo. Like there's videos of people getting like the full screen whatever the weird word prefix they give the Tetris. It's like 24 rows at a time. It's some crazy thing. It's very satisfying. Wow. The screen's like exploding as they're getting it.
I may look that up.
You should check that out. Next up was Astroneer. There was a really random time when like I didn't have a whole lot of games going on when I was like, I'm gonna buy Astroneer because I saw it one day and it wasn't on the Switch, and then I was like, oh, I'm not gonna buy Astroneer. And then
now you can.
Now I can, but now I have everything in the world to play. So 100 Days Winemaking Simulator.
Fantastic! Wow, I don't remember that one at all.
Yeah, that was one of those like you see it and you like check your phone. I'm sure it fills its niche.
You're like, oh, okay.
I'm sure it fills its niche. It is not for me.
Well, I'm sure it was one of those like, okay, they like highlight. Here's 10 other ones that are coming, and they give like 5 seconds on each one. That's probably where it was.
I'm sure that's a fun game. It's probably if a simulation based thing you can get really into, but really in the weeds. But I don't know. I'm more of a Welch's grape juice kind of guy rather than a.
For sure, that's where I land as well.
Slime Rancher Plortable Edition. Plortable, not portable. Plortable.
Plortable.
Very good. This is like a weird first-person shooter. You like shoot slime like a slime cannon.
I'd seen it on like other platforms when it came out. Yeah, it looks strange, but to each their own.
This next one you mentioned to me, what you thought was funny. Lumberjack.
Oh yeah, I didn't write that one down. Yeah, that was really goofy.
Yeah.
It's the game of my people.
It's the game of my people. My people need me. The much sought after sequel, Curious Expedition 2, for all those Curious Expedition fans out there. Couldn't tell you. I don't remember anything about that one. Gang Beasts. Gang Beasts is that one game. It's like it's like a physics-based like brawler where you like grab people and like you like sling them around like you like the wailing wailing inflatable tube man thing. You kind of move around.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
It's one of those games. It's like purposely bad and like it's funny to like move around and like do stupid crap. It's one of those games. And the last one is Eastward. This is a Chucklefish game. It was like what they closed it out with.
Oh yeah.
I've played other Chucklefish games before. I believe Crosscode. Wargroove is a Chucklefish game.
Yes, it is. Yep.
So I'm sure this game will be good. I think it's an RPG, like a traditional RPG.
Yeah.
People are saying the music's really good. I haven't looked into it too much. It's one of those games I might check out when it comes out, kind of thing. Maybe not. It didn't like knock my socks off or anything. I've heard about this. This is like announced before. It's been like a thing, but I think they like highlighted it for the first time here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any standouts for you in this presentation that you?
We kind of already touched on. I think the two big ones were Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon and Metal Slug Tactics, just because it did look cool.
Yeah.
But these indie world directs don't usually hit the mark for me. I'm not really looking for anything. I think at this point I just want to see Hollow Knight Silk Song. I think you probably knew it was gonna come up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm pretty convinced that's just gonna be a regular Nintendo Direct game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and it should. I think it
has graduated
attention. Yeah, I think it has enough like of a spotlight on it that it could be there.
If you go to the eShop literally any day at any time and go to the digital sales top of charts, Hollow Knight, it's always there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
it's a great game.
That game could definitely Nintendo will promote the hell out of that if when the time comes.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you, Sir Lumber. It's been a great time.
Yeah.
But we do have one more thing to get to here.
The audience is gonna love this, man.
So Sir Lumber and I have recently delved into another terrible
vice, they would say,
void of money and a vice that will surely ruin my life at some point.
Yes. Yes.
I've gone back to my inner child, but with adult. I have a job now. I can spend money as I wish. Which is
it's very dangerous.
And I decided I'm going to start collecting Pokemon cards. I've spent so far only like $60. It's like one game, one video game's worth of money.
There's the rationale. Okay.
But I thought it'd be fun to open a pack of Pokemon cards on the podcast as a treat for those who have made it this far. Mainly.
Now set this up. This is the last pack.
Oh, the last pack of my starter set. I opened 7 of them earlier.
And I have right next to me, conveniently. This is the Elite Trainer box for Chilling Reign is the name of the set.
It's very good. It's based off of the most recent DLC, the Crown Tundra.
Yeah, for Sword.
Just as like a preface. So I don't know if there's anything good in this. Obviously, that's the fun of this. But here's the coolest card I've gotten so far. It's my Rainbow Rare Calyrex.
Ice Rider.
Ice Rider Calyrex, Pretty cool. I'm sure this is arbitrarily worth more than it should be.
The back of the card is just normal, right? And I know you have it in the sleeve, but...
Yeah, that way if you're playing with it competitively, you can't
Right.
But yeah, let's hope that we get another Rainbow Rare in here. Let's get one of those $100 cards in this pack. So I'm going to try to cleanly open this. If there's a jarring thing in here, it's because I couldn't open the packet correctly. That has happened in the past. I think it's happening right now.
Fantastic.
So hold please while I struggle to open this piece of paper. Literally the other 7 I opened fine. Like I was just
really?
Yeah.
I think out of all the packets I opened today, only one opened cleanly. So I just used scissors for the rest.
I really don't want to get up, but I must do what I must. So I'll be right back. Sing the song of your people to entertain everyone. So
yes.
I'm not going to make a cut here. Everyone's going to watch you for 5 minutes.
Okay. I don't know that I have a song of my people.
I'll be right back.
Well, it's good to be here. Finally getting rid of my co-host. What he doesn't know is that of this podcast. I'll have to break the news to him at some point. See how that goes. But yeah, good times here. I'm just kind of lonely. I've been trapped in this box, as I mentioned before, and it's tough to know what to do next. Just right here. It's like the screen that you guys see of me. This is what I get. So it's all fun and games during the podcast, but after, you guys get to go home. I get to stay right here in this box. It's rough, but I do it for you guys. I do it for you. So. As you can see, he's returned.
I can't hear you.
This big goofy man.
I could hear you yodeling from rooms away.
You're probably gonna need to go back and watch
Yeah.
what I monologued.
Okay, good. Good. I can already see that something in here is bent, which concerns
Oh
me.
no.
Like looking down.
Maybe it's the online code card.
Definitely not. It's definitely in the middle. It's probably my holographic.
Oh no.
Look here. Let's try to. Okay. Professional card opener here. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Ooh, please tell. Let's get it out of the way. There's one that's bent here. Let's hope this isn't like a holographic.
Oh man.
What is that? Yeah, just Brawly.
That's Brawly.
Who cares about you, Brawly? You can go sit over there in the trash. Got our digital card here. Okay. Now we're gonna. They're already open, but I'm going to like show
The
you
other
camera,
9.
and then.
Okay.
What's a Venipede?
Venipede, yeah.
Is it
Down
reversed?
sweet.
Is it reversed to you? No, it's okay.
No.
So on camera, it's good. At Discord, it's backwards.
Yeah.
But, okay, so the camera's good.
I can read that if you'd like.
There you go.
You got Lapras. I can't tell. Is that holographic?
No, it's not holographic.
Okay.
Regular Lapras.
Ooh, Blitzel.
Good stuff. All right, I think the next card might be a holographic.
Okay. Here we go.
Ooh,
Raboot.
Raboot.
And it's a reverse hollow.
Das
Cool.
Raboot.
Yeah, I got the hollow Cinderace.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Reverse hollow. Well, no, it was a regular hollow.
What's next? Ooh.
Oh, dude, you
Let's
snagged
go.
it.
That boy's a rude.
Dude.
Got my grass monkey.
All right, hold on. It's got a star on it. I guess let me see what the booklet says. What that classifies as.
Please refer to the lore.
It's just a rare.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Oh no. It's a hollow rare. Yeah, because it's hollow rare.
Nice.
Yeah, hollow rare.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice, man. That's a good one.
And then energy card.
Seabold, Melanie, Routes. I have like 5 of those.
Good stuff.
Hey, man, that's a good pack with that freaking Zaru.
Yeah, that was a fun pack. Well,
Nice,
cool.
Man.
That was
Oh, and then for the audience, I'll just show probably the coolest one I got out of my Chilling Reign Elite Trainer box was this. It's like a full art Articuno V.
nice.
Articuno V.
Galarian
Yeah.
Articuno.
Galarian Articuno V. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the artwork on it.
Yeah.
I like the kind of simplistic, like, you know, I don't know, palette of colors they have here for it. It's kind of cool.
I think I need to try to make this into a regular segment. Just like randomly in the middle of an episode, like
Yeah.
open a pack of Pokemon cards.
Well, honestly, we could totally throw that in. Like, we could get some booster packs
I
like
mean,
before the
if
podcast.
if I just literally bought like a booster pack, a set
Yeah.
with 8, I could make that last 8 podcasts. Like right
Yes.
then and there.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'd be able to
Resist the temptation.
last 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I could say one, you know, but you go to Target every once in a while and hope I get lucky with booster packs just being on the shelf.
Every podcast, I have to go to Target and get a booster pack.
Yes. Yeah, it's like $4, man.
There we go.
Worth it. Worth it.
Well, good stuff. Sir Lumber, I thank you for rejoining me on this journey.
Absolutely.
Hopefully-
Hey, man, I never left you. Remember I've been stuck here.
You've been stuck here. Yes, I forgot. Hopefully we can get back to some sort of normalcy with this and be a little more proactive on my part.
Yeah.
I got a little too...
Well, just please call for help at this point because I'm like,
No,
I'm worried about my own condition.
You have to struggle, Dad. They're here for a reason.
Yeah.
So if I want to, I can just let me see if I can find you here. Where are you at? It's gonna.
I don't know.
There you go.
It's
And you're
been
gone.
so long I don't even know
I
where I
have
am.
turned you off. You're in the void. No
I'm
one
in the
can-
void?
No one can see you right now.
Oh no.
You're gone.
Oh no. This is what I feared.
Okay, you've reappeared. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, big
We're
news.
good.
Yeah, so we'll try to make an episode a little bit quicker this time. But if you
Yeah.
made it this far, thanks for watching. And who knows what could be. Maybe we'll talk about the state of play that gets announced tomorrow next time.
Maybe so.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for watching. And adios.
See ya.